Here is g function given. G is a function of x and y, where x is a function of u and b, and y is a function of u and b. Okay, so eventually g depends on u and b, and the question asks us to find the partial derivative of g with respect to u and partial of g with respect to v. So we can find the chain rule for this, because g is a function of x and y, and x is a function x and y. X is a function of u and v. Y is also a function of u and v. So if you want to find partial of g with respect to u, then u means here and here, so we need to go this branch. So partial of g with respect to x times partial of x with respect to u. I mean, that's what I wrote here, plus partial of g with respect to y times partial of y with respect to u. Okay, that's what I wrote here. And once we have this chain rule, let's find the derivatives here. Okay, especially for this, when we have x equals 1 over u plus v. So if I find partial of x with respect to u, it's like 1 over u, and derivative is negative 1 over u squared. So 1 over both u plus v quantity squared times derivative of inside with respect to u, which is 1 plus 0, 1. So don't have to write. So this is the case. And when we have y equals root uv, which is uv raised to 1/2, then by the power rule, derivative with respect to, let's say, u, that's 1/2. So 1/2 uv, 1/2 minus 1, negative 1/2, times inside with respect to u, just v survives. So let's come back here. So we are finding partial of g with respect to u. This is coming from the chain rule. Now partial of g with respect to x. Partial of g with respect to x. Just find partial with respect to x. This is here, times partial of x with respect to u here. That's what I found over here. Plus partial of g with respect to y. This times partial of y with respect to u. Here is y with respect to u is here, and this is it. But we need to substitute the values of x and y. Okay, in the next step. At the same time, x cube y square can be factored out. So negative 3x square over this, plus here we can cancel 2 and 2. So what is left? Negative power means put on the bottom. uv raised to 1/2 on the bottom, which is same as the square of uv, and y and v. This comes out. In the next step, I'm going to replace x by 1 over u plus v and y by root uv. By the way, y is root uv cancel, so this is just plus v. So I just substitute x and y values, and that's the final answer for this part. So x cubed means 1 over u plus v cubed, and y square is just uv, so uv on the top. So we have this outside, minus 3. X square is 1 over u plus v squared. That goes on the bottom, and we already have u plus v square on the bottom, so 4 copies, plus y is root uv cancel, just v. That's the final. So similarly, we find partial of g with respect to v. So from the similar work like last time, if we find the chain rule, partial of g with respect to v is partial of g with respect to x, partial of x with respect to v, and so on. Partial of g with respect to x, it was found earlier, here is the case, times derivative of x with respect to v, that's times 1, so it comes out to be same like here, plus partial of g with respect to y, same thing like last time, times finally partial of y with respect to v, when we go inside, derivative of ub with respect to v is u. Okay, we can cancel 2 and 2. Like last time, we can factor these exponential functions outside and replace x and y throughout by the given functions, and that will give us the final answer. In fact, like last time, we almost have the same situation, so we can factor out. That leaves 3x squared times 1 over, that means negative in the front, 1 u plus b squared. This is out, then y u on the top, and this is on the bottom is square of ub. Pretty much the same like here. Okay, it's the same like here. Only change is instead of u we had v earlier. Now I'm going to copy this everything, because everything is the same. This v, now we will have u. Okay, so the final answer is just from like earlier, e raised to uv over u plus b cubed, e raised to, so this should be a little bit here. Inside is negative 3 over 1 over u plus b squared, u plus b, so u plus b to the 4th, plus y is root uv, cancel just u. Final